A very fresh and a good morning to all of you. I hope you all are in good health and taking great care of yourself. Welcome back to our English class. So students, as you know that we have completed the explanation portion of the chapter The Bond of Love, written by Kenneth Anderson, and it was an interesting story about love and friendship between a human being and a wild animal. Now I hope that you are clear with the chapter, and today we would be moving ahead with the exercises. So I request you students to take out page number 119 of your Beehive textbook, and we would be starting with thinking about text. So given in the box are some headings. Find the relevant paragraphs in the text to match the headings. So here they have given different headings, and you need to find out the paragraph in the chapter which suits that. Okay, मतलब हेडिंग दिया हुआ है और वो हेडिंग कौन से पैराग्राफ को सूट होता है या कौन से पैराग्राफ को रिलेट करता है, उस हिसाब से हमें मैच करना है. So let's see the answer for that. The first one is an orphaned cub, and the paragraph to which it relates to, the heading which relates to the paragraph is first one. Okay. The second is Bruno's food chart. That means what Bruno used to eat. So the paragraph related to it is paragraph number 6, where they have described that it started drinking milk from the bottle, and then slowly it started to eat and drink everything that was given to him. Then third one is an accidental case of poisoning. So that is described in paragraph number 8, page 114, right, where the poison was kept for rat and mice, but instead of them Bruno consumed it, right? Then the next one is playful Baba. So here where it is described that the Baba used to do some tricks, and it was growing and it enjoyed a lot along with the family, and it was also mischievous, right? So that is paragraph number 12. Then the next one is pain of separation. Well, that comes under paragraph number 14, where Baba has been sent to zoo, and Anderson's wife is quite inconsolable. She kept on weeping and she wanted to see Bruno, right? The next one is joy of reunion. Reunion means getting back together, or you can say meeting up again, right? Meeting up again. So that is described in paragraph number 17, where she stays with Bruno for almost 3 hours after she got the permission from his husband and from the curator that they can meet him up at the zoo. So that was the joy of reunion. Then a request to the zoo. What is the request to the zoo? Regarding taking Bruno back home, right? So that is being done in paragraph number 18, where they go to the superintendent's house to talk to them and to plead them, where Anderson's wife pleads superintendent to give him his Baba back, right? And the last one is an island in the courtyard. So that is belonging to paragraph number 21 on page 118. So after they got the permission to bring Baba back, they need to make a place, something like artificial island in their courtyard, so that it can stay there, because big bears can't stay along with human beings because they might hurt them, right? And so they had to keep them isolated but free. So to make him free in over there, they made an island, artificial island, and then Bruno stayed over there. Okay. Now let's see question answers. The first question is, I got him for her by accident. Right, so this is kind of reference to context. I got him for her by accident. So who says this? The author says this, right? Author ने ये line कही है. Who do him and her refer to? So here him refers to the baby bear and her refers to author's wife. Okay. Him refers to baby bear and her refers to author's wife. And what is the incident referred to here? So the incident referred to is catching of the baby bear, right? After the mother bear is being killed, they capture small bear, the cub, and the author brings it home, right? So that is the incident which they are talking about. Now let's see second one. He stood on his head in delight. Who does he refer to and why was he delighted? So in this line, he stood on his head in delight. यहाँ पे he किसको refer करता है? It refers to the baby bear. And why was he delighted? He was delighted to see the author's wife after a long time. He was very happy because he saw author's wife after such a long period of time. That is almost 3 months. Now let's see question number 3. We all missed him greatly, but in a sense we were relieved. So who does we all stand for? So यहाँ पे we all का मतलब क्या है? एंडरसन की फैमिली जिसके अंदर थे ऑथर, his wife and his son. So all three refers to we all. And who did they miss? They missed baby bear, right? Because they have given baby bear Bruno to zoo. And that's why they all were missing him greatly. And why did they nevertheless feel relieved? They felt relieved because it was getting difficult to keep the baby bear at home, as it was outgrowing the size of the home, and that's why it was quite difficult for them to take care of such a big bear at home. And that's why they do missed the Bruno, but in some sense they were relieved because they were not able to take care of them and it was quite difficult for them to do that. Okay, now let's see third exercise. Answer the following questions in 30 to 40 words each. So here, let's see question number 1. On 2 occasions, Bruno ate or drank something that should not be eaten or drunk. And what happened to him on these occasions? So yes, these are the 2 occasions during which an tragedy happened once a tragedy happened, and second time nothing happened to Bruno, but yes, that was something which shouldn't be happening, right? जैसे कि first time he ate the poison and second time he drank 1 gallon of old engine oil. So let's see the answer. Bruno ate barium carbonate, which was put to kill the rats and mice. So barium carbonate was kept for rats and mice in the library by the author, but by mistake Bruno ate it. And what happened after that? Paralysis set in to the extent that he could not stand on his feet. So his body got paralyzed. He was not able to move and he was not able to stand on his feet. And one more time, in one more occasion, what he did? He drank 1 gallon of old engine oil. But yes, at that time, he had no ill effects whatever. So that was the time when he didn't had any effects. But yes, these were the 2 occasions when he ate or drank something which shouldn't be done. Let's see question number 2. Was Bruno a loving and playful pet? Why then did he have to be sent away? So we need to answer, was Bruno a loving and playful pet? Yes, it was. Then why did they send him away? Right? Why did they send him away? Well, they had a reason for that, so let's see the reason. Yes, Bruno was a loving and playful pet, but he was mischievous also. The bear became very attached to the narrator's two Alsatian dogs and the children of the tenants. Bruno had grown many times the size he was when he came. Now her name was changed to Baba, and now he was getting too big to be kept at home. And so he was sent to a zoo. Well, Bruno was a loving and playful pet, and you can make it out by his attachment to the dogs. उनके जो dogs थे एंडरसन के, वो dogs और जो tenants थे वहाँ पे, right, those people who were living on rent, and उनके जो kids थे उनके साथ भी काफ़ी attached हो गया था. But he was also mischievous. He used to play many tricks. And the biggest problem was he had grown many times the size when he came. When he came, he was just a small baby bear, right? Now he was growing up slowly, and now it was difficult to be kept him at home, and that was the reason he was sent to zoo. And how was the problem of what to do with Bruno finally solved? So Bruno was not happy after getting separated from the narrator's family. And yes, that was the problem with author's wife too. Right? Both of them were fretting, both of them were unhappy and not relaxed. They were missing each other, and that's the reason he was getting weak every day. The narrator's wife went to Mysore to meet Bruno. Bruno, after seeing his pitiful conditions, she decided to get Bruno back home. And the narrator and his wife made special arrangements for Bruno and created all the facilities for him. And at last, Bruno was brought back home in the small cage. Right, so problem जो था Bruno का, that was he was not at all happy staying away from narrator's family. And how did they solve the problem? They solved the problem by making an artificial island, just like zoo में होता है, वैसा ही कुछ arrangement उन्होंने थोड़ी काफ़ी बड़ी space में किया. They made an island over there, right? और उसके आजू बाजू surround करने के लिए एक pit बनाई which was quite deep, so that it cannot come to the हाउस, मतलब डायरेक्टली वो घर पर ना आ जाए, क्योंकि घर पे अभी बच्चे भी थे छोटे छोटे टेनेंट्स के. एंड नाउ एज इट वाज ग्रोन अप इट कैन हर्ट समबडी, राइट. दैट्स वाई उन्होंने ऐसा अरेंजमेंट किया उसके लिए कि वो फ्री भी रहे और नरेटर की फैमिली के पास भी रहे. सो उसको किसी तरह का अकेलापन महसूस नहीं हो, जो अभी तक वो कर रहा था आफ्टर गोइंग टू द जू, राइट. सो वो सारी चीज़ें देखने के बाद उन्होंने अरेंजमेंट किया. दे क्रिएटेड एन आइलैंड इन दियर कोर्टयार्ड एंड ऑल द फैसिलिटीज़ विच वर नीडेड फॉर हिम. ही वॉज गिवन अ वुडन बॉक्स, राइट, जिसके अंदर उसके लिए अच्छे से स्ट्रॉ बिछा के बेड तैयार किया. उसके जो पुराने टॉयज़ थे दोज वर गिवन बैक टू हिम, एंड all the arrangements were done for Bruno, and at last Bruno was brought back home in a small cage. He was brought back home in the cage, and then he was released on the island, and where author's wife would go frequently to meet him up. Okay, now let's see the next topic, that is thinking about language. Now the first question over here is, you need to find these words in the lessons. They all have IE or EI in them. So here students, in the first exercise we need to fill the missing letters with IE or EI. Now normally IE is pronounced E, right, and EI is pronounced A, but it's not necessary that it depends on the pronunciation that you have to put IE and EI. There are some words which might be pronounced as E, but when you spell it, it would be EI, okay. So you need to learn these words and let's fill it up. Over here the first one is field, so the spelling over here would be FIELD. Ingredients, again INGREDIENTS. The third one is height, HIEGHT. The next one is friends. Over here, although we hear the sound A, but the spelling would be IE, FRIENDS. Okay. 87. Here we are going to write EI, 87. So EIGHTSEVEN. Next one is relieved. Here again we are going to write IE, RELIEVED. And the remaining are mischievous. Here again we would be writing IEMISHIEVOUS. And the last one is peace. So here IE. Okay. Now same way, second exercise is also given. You need to remember one popular rule which says I before E except for C. That means, sorry, except after C. So कोई वर्ड होता है जिसमें आई ई या फिर ई आई यूज़ करते हैं हम लोग, तो उसमें एक रूल याद रखना है कि ऑल्दो द स्पेलिंग वुड बी और द प्रोनाउंसिएशन वुड बी ई, बट इफ़ that E is coming after the letter C, then you need to be careful. जैसे कि यहाँ पे ये जो word है receive, okay, यहाँ पे EI यूज़ किया है, उसका pronunciation क्या होता है E, right? लेकिन EI के आगे वाला लेटर कौन सा है, C है, इसीलिए यहाँ पे IE की जगह पर हमने EI लिखा है. ठीक है. सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दिस स्पेसिफिक रूल. बाकी ज़रूरी नहीं है कि प्रोनाउंसिएशन के हिसाब से ही EI और IE लगता है. जैसे हमने फ्रेंड्स देखा, फ्रेंड्स के अंदर प्रोनाउंसिएशन A होता है, मतलब EI होना चाहिए, लेकिन वो नहीं होता है. इनफैक्ट वी राइट FRIENDS, राइट. सो इन द सेम वे द रूल इज सेम फॉर एवरीथिंग एक्सेप्ट द रूल चेंजेस फॉर C. कि अगर आई ई का प्रोनाउंसिएशन आता है सी के बाद, तो तुम्हें ई आई ही लगाना है, हम आई ई नहीं लगा सकते. मतलब इफ़ यू राइट REC, सॉरी, इफ़ यू राइट RECIEVE, देन दिस इज़ रॉन्ग, क्योंकि सी के बाद आई ई नहीं लिख सकते, सी के बाद ई आई ही लिखना पड़ेगा. Okay, so now there are some more words given over here. In the same way we have to use EI or IE. So let's see the first one. The first one is believe, right? So यहाँ पर हमारा जो spelling होगा वो होगा IE, believe. The second one is receive. As I told you, here there is a letter C, so we can't write IE, instead we are going to write EI. The third one is weird. So here we are writing WEIRD. Next one is wait. So here, as you can pronounce it, the same way we are writing it, WEIGHT. Rain, rain. So here again we are going to write EI, rain. Then feign, FEIGN. So now let's see the word over here, that is leisure, and here we are going to write EI, LEISURE. The second word over here is seize. Now if you hear the pronunciation, it's E, and according to the pronunciation we should be writing IE, but instead of IE we are going to write EI. So this word is also an exception, जहाँ पे हम लोग EI use करते हैं. Okay, and then the word over here is grief. So we will be writing GRIEF. and the last one is Pierce, P-I-E-R-C-E. Okay, so I hope that this exercise is clear to you. It's not totally dependent on the pronunciation, but you need to learn where to make changes. Okay, now let's see next exercise. Here are some words with silent letters. You need to learn their spelling, and your teacher will dictate these words to you. Write them down and underline the silent letters. So in these words, we need to find out which letters are silent in this word. So let's just do it. The first one is knock. Over here, when we pronounce it, the letter which we don't pronounce is K. Okay. So knock के अंदर K silent है. Second is knee. Same thing. K is again silent. The third one is ours. So here we don't pronounce H. The next word is could. In could we don't pronounce L. L is not pronounced. Okay. Then wrestle. Here we don't pronounce W. The next word is half. Here we are not going to pronounce L. That is silent. The next is return. Here we are not pronouncing R. So R is silent. Another word over here is sign. Here G is not pronounced. G is silent. Then the word over here is walk. While we say walk, L is not pronounced. Honest. Here H is silent. The next word is ornate. Ornate. So here we don't pronounce R. Okay. We are not pronouncing R when we are saying ornate. Then island. In the word island, we don't pronounce S. Let's see the remaining. Here the word is wrong. Again, we are not pronouncing W. It's because it's silent. Then daughter. In daughter, we don't pronounce GH. GH is silent over here. Okay. The next word is calm. Here we don't pronounce L. That is silent. And for button, it depends on the way we speak. Most of the time we do pronounce both the T. But if you see a different accent, for example in British or American accent, they do take a stop after a T. And that's why they consider that one T is silent. Okay. But it depends on our speaking. Most of the time we say button. So we pronounce both the T. But in American or British accent, they might be saying button. So they don't pronounce one T. They use one T for a specific stop. इसीलिए उसके अंदर T silent गिना जाता है. Okay. So I hope that you are clear with this exercise of silent letters. So here you need to learn how to look at an index. जैसे कि चैप्टर में डिस्क्राइब किया गया है कि when the author took Bruno to the vet, right? जो एनिमल का डॉक्टर होता है उसके पास जब लेके जाते हैं, the doctor starts searching in his medical book for the references, right? To look for the symptoms and the treatment for the poison barium carbonate, right? And the whole conversation is given over there. And he says that he starts looking in the index and then he starts pronouncing barium carbonate, right? तो वो सर्च करने की मेथड होती है. और स्पेसिफिकली इंडेक्स होता क्या है? An index is a list of names or topics that are to be found in a book. So it is the list of names or topics. मतलब जो भी topics होते हैं कवर होते हैं बुक के अंदर, और जो भी names होते हैं सारे और अल्फ़ाबेटिकल ऑर्डर में अरेंज किए हुए होते हैं. ओके, दोज ऑल आर अरेंज्ड इन अल्फ़ाबेटिकल ऑर्डर एट द एंड ऑफ द बुक, एंड दिस लिस्ट इज़ अरेंज्ड इन अल्फ़ाबेटिकल ऑर्डर एट द एंड ऑफ द बुक. जैसे कि आपने अगर डिक्शनरी यूज़ की हो तो आपको पता होगा कि आपको डिक्शनरी में तो A to Z सारे लेटर सारे लेटर के हिसाब से अरेंज किए होते हैं एंड ऑल ऑफ देम आर अरेंज्ड इन अल्फ़ाबेटिकल ऑर्डर. इन द सेम वे ये जो इंडेक्स होता है which is at the end of the book, that is also arranged in an alphabetical order. So here they have given a paragraph, right? The following paragraph shows that the doctor is consulting the index of a medical book to find out which injection is appropriate for Bruno, right? You can read the paragraph over here. It says, out came his medical books and a feverish reference to index began. What poison did you say, sir? Barium carbonate. Ah, yes. Barium salts. Ah, barium carbonate. Symptoms, paralysis, treatment, injections of, etc., etc. Just a minute, sir. I'll bring my syringe and the medicine. So here they are showing that the doctor is referring to a book and referring to an index to look for all the symptoms, paralysis, treatment and injection and all those things, right? So that is how you look to for an index. In the same way, they have given 3 examples over here. You have to read about the French Revolution. You want to know more, and you want to know more about the third estate in the context of French Revolution. You can refer to the index of the book Living World History by T. Walter Wallbank and आर्नोल्ड स्क्रियर. सो यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है, उसके हिसाब से आपको फाइंड आउट करना है, ठीक है, कि कौन से पेज पर आपको कौन सी चीज़ मिलेगी. और आपको क्या सर्च करना है कि ऑन विच पेजेस इन दिस बुक विल यू फाइंड इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द फ्रेंच रिवॉल्यूशन एंड द थर्ड एस्टेट. सो दिस इज़ होमवर्क. यू नीड टू फाइंड इट आउट बाय योर सेल्फ फॉर ऑल 3 ऑफ देम. फर्स्ट, देन सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज ऑल्सो देयर, उसका भी दिया हुआ है, ठीक है, और थर्ड वाला दिया हुआ है. उसके बेसिस पर भी आपको ये जो नीचे स्टडी के बाद जो एंट्रीज़ है वो डिस्कस करना है कि वेदर ये सारे टॉपिक्स कवर्ड है कि नहीं है. सो दिस इज़ योर होमवर्क विच वी वुड बी चेकिंग इट इन द लाइव क्लास. ओके, so I hope that you are clear with the exercises till here. We would be continuing with the grammar portion in the next class. Till then, take care and see you soon.